This is the toughest animal in the world. It's known as the tardigrade or water bear. These tiny moss piglets are less than 1.5 millimeters long, and they are extremophiles, which are animals that can exist in the most hostile of conditions. This 8-legged creature can survive for up to 30 years without food or water. They can also endure wild temperature extremes and radiation exposure. Tardigrades have been boiled at over 150 degrees Celsius, and they have also been frozen in liquid nitrogen without any noticeable harm. They can survive pressures of 6,000 atmospheres, and in 2007, the Russian Photon M3 spacecraft took tardigrade passengers into orbit. After 12 days exposed to the vacuum, cold, and radiation of space, they hadn't just survived, but they had also laid eggs that hatched in space. Tardigrades are expected to avoid extinction until our sun swells up and becomes a red giant, roughly 6 billion years from now. Around 1,300 species of tardigrades are found on all 7 continents and oceans, including Antarctica, moss, deserts, and even in your backyard. Despite looking squishy, tardigrades are covered in a tough armor called a cuticle, similar to the exoskeletons of grasshoppers. They have 5 to 6 claws on each tiny foot, which helps them to cling on plant matter. They also have a mouthpart called a bucopharyngeal apparatus, allowing them to suck nutrients from plants and microorganisms. But what makes tardigrades survive extreme conditions? It's due to a unique protein in their bodies called damage suppressor that protects their DNA from being harmed by things like radiation. When the environment is too dry, tardigrades enter a state of CRYPTOBIOSIS, which is something like hibernation. They squeeze all the water out of their bodies, retract their heads and legs, and roll up into a little ball. When conditions improve, they unfurl themselves and go about their business. Tardigrades also have weird mating habits. Some produce offspring with each other, while others produce offspring by themselves asexually. Some species take over an hour in the mating process, and the eggs hatch within 40 to 90 days. Tardigrades are microscopic creatures that have managed to survive on Earth for over 600 million years. They have survived extremes of heat and cold. They also have the ability to dry out and come back to life. For this reason, they are being studied by scientists. Their unique abilities could be used to preserve blood cells in blood banks, or towards engineering crops that can resist extreme temperatures. Thank you for watching this video and stay curious.